Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Milwaukee is sick. And David.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Lopez. Middleton the pass to Holiday. There's the feed to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooting.
That one goes. Count it. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Down low. Covington passes to McCollum. Middleton outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
Now, here's Lillard. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Holiday throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Holiday. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
Lillard against Holiday. And Lillard gets it to go.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Covington with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Powell. The pass to Nurkic. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Portland shooting their first free throw of the night here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. Here we go, one-on-one. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Cantor.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And stolen by Lillard. Nurkic against Antetokounmpo. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Forbes the pass to Tucker. Will it go? No good there. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Lillard from deep three-point land. The rebound by the Bucks.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Portland leading by 4. Lillard looking around. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. Pass to Canner. Another shot. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Up top, Tucker. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Connaughton kicks to Giannis. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. No good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Giles checked in for Portland. Little comes in for McCollum. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Jones drives in. In the corner, it's Little. Middleton against Jones. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Middleton. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Jones. Shakes him. He can't hit that time. The Bucks go the other way with it.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Passes it to Simons. Taken away by Holiday. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural two with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Off his leg, and it's being called a kickball for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles, and Lillard subbed in for Little. to end the cold streak, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
He rifled that one in from distance. Lillard's got 8. Here's Holiday. Giannis high post. The wide open look here for Holiday. They grab their own miss.
What intensity on the glass from Portis, a junkyard dog. He works so hard for the second chance opportunities.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Back to Portis. Covington with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the... Oh!
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
Bucks trail by 12. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one's on Anthony.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Ford. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yes.
Woo.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Pass to Lopez. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over Tucker. Tries to save it. Giannis with it. Jones covering. Pass break, Milwaukee. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 6.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 18 points and 1 rebound. And that's...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Nobody near Lillard. Misses the 3.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here. Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Giannis dishes to Middleton. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. McCollum outside. And the pass to Lillard.
Come get it. Come get it.
Shot clock at 6. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 14. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Lillard from outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Holiday. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The shot by Powell, no good. Bucks trail by 14. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 10.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. Portis can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Pass to Cantor. Goes up again, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 6.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
And Holiday kicks to Portis. Stolen by Cantor. It's tipped. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And the basket by Lillard.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's Holiday. And the Bucks miss again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. 1:02 left to play in the 3rd. And it's Lillard missing. Bucks trail by 20. Here's Forbes. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot by Middleton, wide open.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Got to appreciate how aggressive Cantor is on offense. I mean, it's what earns him trips to the line.
And the 2nd free throw, good. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the 2nd half. Here's Holiday. And it's in there. Holiday's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Outside, Covington. Lillard from outside. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the lob to Portis. He can't get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two.
And so it's Portland taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. Two guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Dante DiVincenzo, Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Bucks trail by 19. Giannis passes to Tucker. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. To the paint, and Antetokounmpo slams it in. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Simons, defended by Middleton. Anthony can't hit. Bucks trail by 19. Inside, here's Antetokounmpo. Got a hand on it. Picked off in midair. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21 for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard with the bucket.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Here's the floater. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And Anthony sends it back, but he gets it back. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, the D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Giannis outside. He dishes it to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
High post, Nurkic. Here's Lillard. That one off the back iron and out.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And Lopez throws it down.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Holiday. Basket good. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Lillard attacking the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Lillard with it over Holiday. It's in.
And credit the whole team.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Up next. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for... Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
George with no one around. Drops in the tray.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Lillard against Jackson. They need this. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jackson passes to Zubats. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball. Pass to Nurkic. Shoots over Zubats. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. Clippers have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Lillard against Jackson. Passes it to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots. The Clippers rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get the rebound.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's George. To the middle. Here's Zubats. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Off the left rim and out. Trailblazers trail by 7.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Leonard with no one around. That one a little long.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. It's his first trip to the line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the line for him here. Both good from the line that time.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Outside Rondo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The craftiness of Rondo makes him a tough cover in pick and roll sets. Just when you think he's going to pass, he'll surprise you with the shot.
Here's Simons. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
There's the pass to Oturu. He gets it in there.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
15 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to McCollum. Fires the three. The shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Outside Rondo. Inside. Here's Oturu. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell for three. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Mann. Out to Morris. On the corner. And it's good. 2 points.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Kanter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And really inside the paint is where Kanter thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Rondo looking over the floor. Morris, left side, down low. Oturu, the pass to Morris. Shoots over Kanter. Excellent D from Kanter.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And George, here we go. And it's good for 2. George has got 5.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And the basket by Lillard.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
George passes to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Lillard against Jackson. And finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Jackson looking around. Here's Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned. He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Jackson drives in, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Lillard with it. Pass to Nurkic. Fires from 14. Stolen by Jackson. Not going to go that time. And so it's Damian Lillard making.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. That's all for now. 6.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, He's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Wasted no time on that one. Covington's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Left side, George. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And the Clippers with a change here too. Zubac is checked in.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Paul George. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The pass to McCollum. It's Covington on the wing. The jump hook. Second chance shot. And scoring with the play inside is Kanter.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
The 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Simons surveying the D. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's Jones on the way. Pass to Kanter. Out to Anthony. Portland again missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
A different look now for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
2 of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
It's Jones on the way. Lillard outside. Here's the 3. Tries to keep it alive. And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard. Clippers trail by 3. Now Rondo. Pass to Oturu. Back to Rondo. From 18 feet away. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Rondo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got 6 points.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Lillard dishes to Powell. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 34 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Rondo against Lillard. Back to Rondo. Wide open. And that one is off.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Kanter kicks it out to Lillard. And the three off target. Oh, Moore's in position. The alley-oop finish is off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead by 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
In the corner, it's Morris. Outside Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Outside Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A putback, and Kanter able to finish.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first free throw is good. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Kanter, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patterson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. That's a 2 from Lillard. Covington kicks to Lillard. McCollum passes to Lillard. Buries the long-range jumper.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Clippers trail by 6. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Los Angeles with another miss.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Batum. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard, right side. Now the pass to Nurkic. Sweet move, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
And stolen by Lillard. And so they foul intentionally. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And the Clippers making a switch here. McCollum outside. Powell finds McCollum. It's Covington on the wing. To the inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cans it from downtown. Powell's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down. So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay. And
a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Powell, no one around him. Here's Giles, tries again, kicks it out to McCollum. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Good chance here for George. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 9. Pass to Covington. In the corner, Powell with it. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Lillard the pass to Giles. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Clearly a foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game. They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the paint, stolen by George.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until... All right, David, great job. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Back to Holiday, Middleton on the wing. Lopez left side. A shot by Holiday, nobody around. A three-pointer is right on target. Holiday's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Bucks. George looking around. Here's Zubac. Rebound, Milwaukee. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now, here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. George with the bucket.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Here's Jackson. 2 points. That one goes. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. To the middle, Lopez. Poked loose. The kick out to Holiday. Puts one up from 19. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Holiday. He's got 5. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Middleton can't get it to go.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Leonard. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
They get it back. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No, make no mistake, guys. One of the more effective second-round picks we have in the NBA. Tucker provides a steady diet of production.
A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Rondo with it. Pass to Oturu, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Clippers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. 1:43 left in the first. Milwaukee leading by 4. Pass to Connaughton. And Middleton kicks to Connaughton. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Nobody near George. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, this guy just giving it everything he has. Tucker doing major damage in transition.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. Shoots the 3. And the Clippers miss again. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And Middleton kicks to Forbes. Kicks it down to Middleton. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Morris passes to Oturu. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
And Forbes kicks to Middleton. He's looking for Portis and finds him. Back to Middleton. Fires it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Bobby Portis. PJ Tucker is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Here is Forbes. The Clippers getting the bucket. Right wing. Connaughton passes to Portis. Here is Forbes. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Tucker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Rajon Rondo. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so
It's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
Clippers with the ball. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Patterson. Jackson in the corner. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
First free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The deep three from George. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Bucks leading by 10. Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected. Lopez against George. He's looking for Leonard and finds him.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Giannis against Jackson. Kicks it down to Middleton. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And that's going to be a travel. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Back to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the shot is good. Holiday's got 7 points.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Jackson finds Zubac. Ball's knocked loose. George against DiVincenzo. Leonard looking over the floor.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Here's Giannis. And that one drops for him. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Jackson from long range. They get it back.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. From outside, off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And George, here we go. Back to Zubac. Outside, Batum. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. He goes up again. Good D by Giannis.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. And it's the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Leonard, that's for 2. Oh, he got it to go!
Wow, how about that?
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now here's Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Drills the 3-pointer.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Outside, George. And there's the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym. So he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin. And that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
It's good. George has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Bucks leading by 13. Inside. Here's Portis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 6 points for Bobby Portis.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Forbes from deep 3-point range. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Oturu. Out to the right wing. Man passes to Oturu. Count it. Oturu's got 5 now.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Milwaukee leading by 13. Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. So the wing on the left. Tucker the pass to Portis. And that one is good. And the Bucks lead by 15.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Kennard kicks to Rondo. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, Yeah, you gotta like that aggressiveness from the shifty point guard. Rondo has unreal body control on these drives.
Here is Forbes. To the right side. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Mann. Uses both hands to slam it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Luke Kennard. The Bucks also with the sub. Holiday's checked in. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Clock at 6. Yep, that one goes in there. 9 points in the game so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Tucker. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Boy, that's intelligence and effort from Tucker. Picking the ball cleanly, igniting the fast break.
And here's Rondo. The feed to Patterson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Both teams will make substitutions. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wild.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And George, here we go. Patterson knocked loose. Passes to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. It's good.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Outside Holiday. Outside Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it in right over Patterson.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Clippers trail by 17. Now George. From the arc. Here's Oturu. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
George against DiVincenzo. Wide open look. Batum scanning the floor. The pass to Oturu. And he overshot that one, missing. Milwaukee leading by 19. Lobbed up there for Lopez. No good on the shot.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw drops for DiVincenzo. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Clippers trail by 19. 1:49 left in the game. George up top. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Don't you love the awareness that Paul George brings to the table on a night-by-night basis? How about that pass?
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. No one near him. That one drops for him. And the Bucks lead by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Forbes dishes to Middleton. Kept alive. Lopez kicks to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
George with the ball. Here is Forbes. Lopez up top. He kicks it to Middleton. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Middleton. Up top, Leonard. And he banks in the layup.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This crowd was all right, David. Thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. That one good for 2.
How about Lopez getting out as the big man with that kind of hustle in transition?
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard from deep. Giannis grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Holiday. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. McCollum passes to Lillard. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Powell against Middleton. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. From deep three-point range, it doesn't go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Lillard left side. The 3. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 5 now.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday, looking to end the run. He feeds it to Lopez. And it's in off the backboard. And it's 6 points for Brook Lopez.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch and shoot motion.
Lillard with it. He's picked up.
Oh!
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love him.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Well, Giannis so good in the paint, steps a little bit outside to the mid-range, and has the size and skill to get it done.
And a deep three from Lillard. The rebound by the Bucks. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The drive by Giannis. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Portland leading by 3. And Lillard throws it down.
I know C.J. plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Tipped away. DiVincenzo with it. Now Covington defending. For 3, Middleton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
McCollum outside, and it's the Bucks on the break. Outside Holiday. They grab their own miss. No good, shot missing. Got it off in time. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
That would count.
Unreal.
Wow, what a...
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard. Middleton with it. Now defended by McCollum. Connaughton passes to Portis. He kicks it to Middleton. 2 on the clock. And the baseline jumper, no good. Portland leading by 5. Here's Anthony. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Tucker, the pass to Portis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in, and so he makes both from the line. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's Anthony at the elbow. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. The shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Bobby Portis.
Well, there's a poison apple scenario there. Cantor with the polished up fake. If you bite, you lose.
And Cantor drops them both. Bucks trail by 7. To the left wing. Here's Forbes. Passes it to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Simons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now here's Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cantor. It's rebounded by Portis. Middleton against Jones. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket for Middleton.
Well, Middleton does have some length himself, and he utilizes it there on the drive.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Back to Portis. That shot off. Excellent D there from Anthony. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Passes it to Simons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Now here's Little. Defense right on him. Banked in off the glass.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay. And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
Middleton the pass to Tucker, taken away by Anthony. And here's the fast break, all going up court.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Giles checked in for Portland. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Milwaukee. .112 left to play here in the second quarter. Simons the pass to Giles. And close. Pass to Canner. Stolen by Tucker. It's out the Bucks, moving it up. Holiday with the ball. Here's Connaughton, defended by Jones. No good from Connaughton. Pass to Simons. The dish to Cantor. Simons surveying the D. Giles the pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And yes, it's good. Giles has got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Holiday, here we go. And Cantor pulls it down.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Now here's Little. He's guarded closely. And there's the pass to Cantor. And so it's Portland holding on to. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Bucks trail by 11. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Here's Holiday. That shot off. Some solid defense from Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. Trains the three-pointer. McCollum's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Portland. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
Taken away by Holiday. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lillard the pass to Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You could tell that Nurkic was looking to get the foul on that shot, and he got the job done.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
For the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Enes Kanter comes in for Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Middleton outside. Kick out to Giannis, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking. Portland moving the ball around. Covington down low. Defended by Middleton. Lillard from outside. He can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Holiday.
How about Drew there, showing a little bit more range from downtown.
Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. Over Holiday. Giles the pass to Lillard. Puts up a 3. Portland again missing.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Passes it to Giles. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Kanter. Little comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Feeds it to Lopez. And it's Portland with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 6-point lead. And here's McCollum for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Little in for C.J. McCollum. Drew Holiday is checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. And the foul out. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Middleton with it. From deep. A second chance effort. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Fires the 3. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Stolen by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Bucks also with the sub. Tucker's checked in.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Lillard the pass to Powell. Holiday against Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Lillard misses.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Pass to Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum against DiVincenzo. McCollum kicks to Cantor.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Bucks trail by 6. For 3, Middleton. They get it again. To the wing on the left. Pass to Holiday. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Trailblazers leading by 6. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Lillard outside. Off target from outside.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side. Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
1:16 left in the fourth. Lillard scanning the floor and finished off by Nurkic.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Bucks trail by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Lillard with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Cantor dishes to McCollum. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. Here's Giannis. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Lillard outside. To the inside. It's thrown by to Kumbo.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
It's good.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Think about just how much focus Lillard has every year about his drive to be one of the best guards in the league. Whether it's recognized or not by an all-star appearance really doesn't have an impact on how he approaches the game.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Leonard, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
Oh, the strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive with him.
George against McCollum. Fires the three. Rebound by Nurkic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Nurkic against Zubac. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And the touch Nurkic has inside, I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside for Jackson. Takes a three. And the rebound by Nurkic.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Lillard left side. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Well, Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. From deep, George. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Nobody near Leonard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the reflexes are just key. Kawhi is already anticipating that shot before he even gets the ball.
Lillard attacking, and he makes that one.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
So, for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. Now here's Rondo. The dish to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. The three from Leonard. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Back to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. George with the ball. Jones covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Over in the corner, Lillard gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 10.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rondo kicks to George. Shoots a fader. Here's Oturu. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Down low, Cantor. It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Offline with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got his second basket. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Count it from 12.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Rondo with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to George. Takes the 3. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
He thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play more often than not gets called.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Trailblazers lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jackson. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Here's man. He's guarded by McCollum. Stolen by Cantor. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And Cantor able to finish.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The shot will not fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. To the middle. Covington with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Clippers trail by 10. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Inside. And Patterson kicks to Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little use reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
No problems knocking that one down. George has got 7.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Pass to Simons. To the inside. Cantor dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. Buries it from 3-point range. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
There's Jackson with the 3. Zubac's in the post. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and the shot goes in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And it's McCollum off the drive to the paint. Giles the pass to McCollum. Jones kicks to McCollum. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Leonard. 1:36 left in the second quarter. For 3. Offensive rebound. Zubac's got a piece of it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Kicks to Jones. The pass to Little. Here's Giles. It's Jones on the way. Off target from 3-point range. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. No good on the triple.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Giles, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
It's deflected. Here we go, one-on-one. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by McCollum.
Oh, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
The three from George. Leonard attacking Zubac. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Now McCollum, 8 points for him. Passes it to Little. Three-pointer. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard out there with Little. Then it's Jones. And it's Giles in at the 5 down low. Clock at 6. Jones, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Portland moving the ball around. And the basket by Lillard.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
On the wing, Jones. Batum with the steal. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Here is Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Out to Morris from deep. Here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oturu's shot is off.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Your son, Cole, Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number one. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first trip to the line tonight, and so he hits both. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. McCollum outside. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. And another three for Portland.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
McCollum against George. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. And an intentional foul right there. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Anthony on the wing. Lillard finds McCollum. Powell for three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Batum. Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Lillard with it. He's got 15. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. George looking over the floor. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And good that time. Leonard's got 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lillard outside. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Clippers moving the ball around. George, that's a 2-pointer. And it comes off the front of the rim.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Stolen by Zubac. Here's Batum. Lays it up off the glass. Now just a 5-point Portland lead.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Rondo penetrating. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Los Angeles on D. 7-point differential. To the inside. Cantor, the pass to Powell. To the left side wing. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's Simons missing. And here are the Clippers. Over to the wing. Here's Mann. He kicks to Rondo. To the middle. Here's Oturu. Excellent D from Cantor. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That free throw, no good. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Good on the second free throw. The Clippers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Count that bucket.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. There's the pass to Little. Here's Simons. Back to Powell from outside the arc. It's good from long range. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Right side, Leonard. Takes it from 10. Again, Los Angeles.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Cantor finds Powell. Anthony against Leonard. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. 5 on the clock. Here's Little. That's tipped.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Here's McCollum. Portland again missing. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. Passes it to Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Lillard outside. Here's Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Leonard. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Now, here's Lillard.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Down low. Got a piece of it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's George. Zubac. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Jackson against Lillard. Inside.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
And you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. And both free throws good for Paul George.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Outside, Covington. Out to the right wing. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time, but it was awfully tough to tell. What a moment this is, huh? They may go from winners to losers. So just sit right back and relax. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing GA.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at center.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
The shot by George, no good. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Now George, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. And here's the fast break. The Bucks working the ball around. And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Jackson looking it over. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Giannis against Batum. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Down low. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Jackson, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Here's Holiday. That one misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. A shot by George, wide open. And it's the Clippers scoring again. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. And now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
George passes to Zubac.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Nice shot by Portis.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Mann. In the corner, it's Patterson. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over Portis. No good from Zubac.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Middleton kicks to Portis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice bit of trickery there from Chris Middleton. He knows exactly how to effectively use that shot fake.
And the Clippers making a change here. Middleton hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Outside Rondo, and stolen by Portis. One-on-one fast break. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Rondo scanning the floor to the paint. Oturu, the pass to Patterson. In the corner, it's Morris. From downtown, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Nice shot by Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo really knows how to maneuver his body, contorted in an effort to draw fouls, and so effective with that.
That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bucks?
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the point guard position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now here's Rondo. Here's Patterson. Out to Morris. Another shot. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Clippers trail by 7.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Rondo dishes to Morris. The 3 doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. And Tucker kicks to Forbes. The offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Middleton. Middleton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton getting his hands dirty inside on the glass. We know he can shoot it from outside, but inside points a bonus.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Continuing to improve as a passer. Bryn Forbes impressing as a distributor there.
Outside Rondo to the inside. Patterson. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Giannis. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And we've seen Lillard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective. Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And George drops them both.
And George has learned a lot and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
And Holiday, here we go. And the rejection by Leonard. George passes to Leonard. Here's Batum. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. Excellent D there from George. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard with no one around. No good from outside. Fast break, here they come. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee the rebound. To the paint. Second chance shot. And Holiday with the lane.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
And here's Jackson. Feeds it to Batum. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different. That it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Clippers trail by 9. Jackson up top, guarded by Holiday. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 6 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
They get a hand on it. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. Now the Clippers moving it up. George finds Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And now just a 4-point Bucks lead. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubats.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Jackson passes to Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The drive by Giannis. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers trail by 4. And stolen by DiVincenzo. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And some changes here for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 4. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Poked away. Stolen by Tucker. The 10-footer. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points of the night. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Rondo passes to Okuru. Los Angeles, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Rondo on the double team. Back to Portis. There's the steal. The baseline J. And that one hits back iron. Bucks leading by 5. Connaughton passes to Portis. Here's Forbes. Back to Portis. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Connaughton passes to Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Rondo. Outside, George. Clippers moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And Forbes kicks to Portis. Now the pass to Forbes. Hits the three-point bomb.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Boy, George is an outstanding player. Actually, one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Here's Tucker, and it's sent back by Morris. Down low, here's Rondo. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now the fast break. George with the ball. There's the dish to Morris. That one doesn't go. Milwaukee in the lead. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Tucker. He kicks it to Forbes. Tucker with the ball. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Lopez with the steal. Here's the break. DiVincenzo with it. George picks him up. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
George, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris, and that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
DiVincenzo against Leonard. Stolen by Zubac. To tie it up. Batum trying to break loose. And George gets it to go.
Hey, when you've got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Excellent D there from George. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. 1:07 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Shots good by Middleton.
Middleton, the kind of player that simply relishes the pressure. He's comfortable taking the big shots.
From deep, George knocks down the 3.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Jackson against Antetokounmpo. Over Jackson. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
George looking over the floor. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. .35 seconds left to play here in the 4th. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And Giannis throws it down.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line. Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
Middleton outside. From deep. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.